Today we're here in Delray Beach again, where I did my first video, but this time I'm with my boy Ish. And the reason I brought him out here is because every now and then we have some really deep talks in the car on the way to shoots. If you guys don't know, he's the one who's doing all the behind the scenes at my shoots. He really helping me out on every shoot, kind of making my transition into this, solo freelance life much easier. So today I kind of want to talk about something that we talked about recently, which was something that you were struggling with, which was finding what your passion is, and like you not necessarily knowing what that is and how you're kind of like guiding through that situation.
Yeah, cause it's for a long time, and even now, still struggling finding like something worthwhile.
So you still haven't figured out like what your passion is or what you're leaning more towards, right?
All I really know is it's in a field of money, Like the long-term overall goal is teaching financial literacy, but
what's the overall goal for yourself, if that makes sense?
What do you mean?
Like for me, it's financial freedom. I want to be at a point where I can travel comfortably without having to worry about money, and be able to just live life without having to stress about financials.
Shoot, goal for myself, that's a good question. That's not, I don't know, I think of it, but I don't think of it a lot of times, Really, I just want to have control of my time. That's my biggest thing. Like,
so, to help you answer the question, what we heard the other day at the other shoot, what was it? Marry the objective and date the strategy?
Yeah, marry the objective.
So you kind of have to work by that. You kind of have to know where you want to go in order to, really take in that concept.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's a big thing. But the issue with that too is like, what between from the time you came to college to now, like from 18 to 23 years old, you're a completely different person. Every single year you go by, a part of your life changes, something in you changes, and so to say like something is like clear cut, this is the goal, is kind of difficult sometimes. So
I feel that.
I feel like, I guess you have an overall idea of what the goal is, but you don't really. It's still somewhat forming as your life goes on.
I feel like that's what the second part of it is. Like, you may not have the whole objective in mind, what the end goal is, but that's why you date the strategy. Like, there's other ways to get to your objective. Like, there's other things that you can try out. Like, be open to opportunities, which is I feel like you're trying to do now.
I definitely.
It looks like it's a mix. Like right now, it's pure survival.
It is pure survival.
But also you're trying to figure things out.
Nah, so. For sure, kid. For sure, right now. Definitely in survival mode right now, but yeah, that's one thing I realized is living like this is stressful at times when you really think about what you're doing, like what's going on. Like being open to opportunities, like being open to like pretty much everything is like, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like 2020, as bad as it was a movie to say the least, bruh. 2020, and I told several of my friends this, 2020 was probably one of the best years of my life. Like, if not the best year of my life. There was a lot of ups and downs, family-wise and personally and financially, but 2020 was the year I was like saying yes to just a whole bunch of different experiences, And
because here's the thing I actually heard today.
Right.
So it's kind of a little late to be talking about 2020, but it's still relevant because it's something I have to mention. 2020 kind of punched a lot of people in the gut, because the reason a lot of people were working 9 to 5 or like in a career-based jobs was the security of it. But then COVID came along. A lot of people realized that their job isn't really that secure.
No, not at all.
So they're kind of forced to find other means of income. And a lot of people, that worked out great. You ended up finding their passions. A lot of it was investing, but a lot of people really ended up finding their passion and finding other means, to make money. And a lot of people weren't really stressed about money because they found their passion, and then money just happened to start coming in. So that's a beautiful thing about 2020 as well that I wanted to chip in there.
Nah, for sure, bro.
But back to right now. So how are you kind of dealing with the mental stress of not knowing exactly where you want to go? Like, what do you do to not be as stressed, or are you like stressed?
There's some days some days I'm good. Some days I cope pretty well. But then other days, like where I have like a lot of off time, that's when my head starts kind of going crazy. You know,
I feel you 100%.
like all the crazy thoughts, bro, just circling in your head, and I don't know. You kind of have to, in a sense, like fight it. Fight all the.
I mean, we had that
thoughts.
conversation before, where we were in the car going to a shoot again, and you're still talking about like you're not sure. And I was kind of trying to help you, but like don't stress about it, because like it's just gonna come to you. I feel like, you know, you got time. Like, we're still young. The passion's gonna come, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, passion is gonna come. Your passion is gonna come, but sometimes you come to a point where it's like you're trying to balance pursuing your passion while surviving.
yeah, that's true.
While surviving.
But, I mean, you find a way. Like, I'm not living right now. Like, you feel me? I'm doing what I love, but I'm not living like Larry. You know, I'm not rich. But I'm just, you know, making it work. Like, my account has been negative several times, like, on multiple occasions.
Nah, bro, that's sick.
You find a way. Like,
that's
luckily I have a
sick.
support system that has helped as well.
Yeah.
You know, family. People find a way. You can ask Ashanti. Like, he's been, you know, in the struggle several times.
Yeah.
But he finds a way.
Yeah.
So
figure it out, I guess.
don't be afraid to chase your goal just because, you know, financials. You'll find a way. You're mentally gonna find a way.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know. Sometimes I fight with myself sometimes, because sometimes I don't want to just live. I don't want to just survive. Or excuse me, I don't want to just survive. I want to like
Have fun.
live. You know, enjoy my life. You know, whatever that means to me.